All right, guys, today I'm here with Dominic Alegrete. Now, this is a very special testimonial because Dominic was the first intern in the program for Cythority before we even had the VSOC incubator program. And you were actually the first person to get a job before you graduated high school, 2 months before you graduated, and got a job with a Fortune 500 company and now work as a security analyst. So Dom, appreciate you being here. Thank you for letting me steal a couple of minutes of your time. But real quick, I want to dive right into it. What would you say is the most important thing when it comes to getting a job in this day and age, and what do people fail at when they're looking to get a job in cybersecurity today?
I think the most important thing that's important to getting the cybersecurity role today is hands-on experience, because you can get all the certifications you want, you can have a degree, but if you're not proactively working with the tools and technologies that will be used on the job, you're going to not be qualified for these roles. And I feel a lot of people get that wrong because they just want to go after the degree or like a certification, but that's not really giving them proper experience that will translate to the job.
Right. So what are the most common things that people do to get the skills or experience? What do they try to do to supplement the experience? Just name a few things. I hear a lot of the try hack me's and stuff, but what are some of those things that people do? And then why is that not enough to get a job?
Some of the things I see people do is they go through projects, or they do labs, or they may even go through these courses, or most likely sometimes a certification. But the reason why that fails is because for you to be qualifiable for these jobs, you have to, one, be working at a company. You have to have a job title, but then you also have to have a set of responsibilities that relate and correlate to that specific job you're going after. So if you don't have that, then you're not going to really be qualified for these roles when you're starting to interview or apply to them.
Can you talk a little bit about how Cythority helped you get a job, and then what that actually looks like today, where you're at now?
Yeah, Cythority has tremendously exposed me to what cybersecurity is, and has given me the tools and techniques to actually be able to go out into the field. I first started in Cythority, I was the first student, but from there I was able to, learn within 8 months and actually land my first tech role at a Fortune 500 company before even graduating high school. And then from there, because of Cythority, I was then able to take those skill sets, pivot from the IT department, and land a SOC analyst position at an MSSP without even a college degree. So it's helped me tremendously.
That's incredible, man. Shout out to you. Would you say that what we're doing in the VSOC incubator, for the people who may come across this video, can you maybe just elaborate a little bit on what we're doing and how that translates? For example, you're working in a SOC as a security analyst for an MSSP. How would you compare what we're doing in the program to what you're doing as someone getting paid in the industry to do this? Is it apples to apples, or just share that experience?
Yeah, apples to apples. It's dead on what I've been doing as a SOC analyst. We're using the same tools. Yes, at an MSSP, you're going to have different clients, but the same tools that I'm using, such as Splunk, CrowdStrike, Azure, Microsoft Defender, those same tools that I'm using, getting paid for, are within the program. And then also you guys going into the career development side and touching on the different things within cyber, whether that's threat intelligence, incident response, detection engineering. Those are all things that I feel are important and that actually translate to the job, and that I've seen within my own roles at the MSSP I worked at.
Appreciate it. So you've seen people go through the program, they've gotten jobs in, I've had some people get jobs in as little as 4 weeks with no experience. Again, they're anomalies. That's not going to be the case for everybody. We're not selling dreams here, but the reality is those things do happen. I think you said you got a job in 8 months or something like that?
Yes, sir.
What would you say on average? Let's say you have somebody who's an IT professional with 5 years working, in a help desk role, or maybe they're, brand new as a security analyst. They want to go into a security engineering role. What would you say is an average amount of time? Because I get asked that question all the time. Well, how long does this take on average? And it's hard to answer, but just generally speaking, someone who has 3 years of experience in IT, if they were really committed to the skill set, how long would you say it would take them to get a security role?
I think if they're really committed and they actually have some level of experience when it pertains to IT and stuff, I think it could take anywhere from 3 to 6 months, because it just depends on what it is that you're doing. You already have the skills, you've already worked for various companies, and you already have a lot of the soft skills that are needed for cybersecurity, whether that is being able to communicate under pressure, note taking, just overall being organized. So I think anywhere between 3 to 6 months, I feel you can, land that role.
All right, now sidebar. What's your favorite tool that we use in the VSOC?
It's got to be Splunk. I'm a Splunker. That's the first tool I ever learned. So that's probably my favorite tool outside of SentinelOne.
And now in the client environments that you were working in, what were maybe 1 or 2 popular tools that they were using in those environments that you could speak to?
CrowdStrike was one of them, and another SIM tool. It's not as big as Splunk, but it's called Elastic. Those were the two that I operated in the most.
Now, do we have CrowdStrike in the VSOC program?
Yes, you do.
Wow. So it seems like we have a bunch of different tools that are being used in the industry in our program that helps people get the skills and experience to then be able to go and get those jobs. Would you agree with that?
I would totally agree.
And has the career services, like, let's speak about that, because a lot of these boot camps, they have career services, but we all know what that really means. It's pretty much just your, a general staff member that couldn't get a job in the industry. They placed them in the career development center. Now they're writing your resumes. How would you say our career service program is different from, like, let's say your college, career development center, or just like a general boot camp career service program? How would you compare them?
I would say the main difference is that your guys' is actually hands-on. So you go through the different elements of your career development, because I think a lot of boot camps or even career programs only focus on your resume, but there's so much more than that. There's your LinkedIn, there's how you're actually interviewing, and then there's also like how you market yourself and your personal brand. So things like your YouTube or even your LinkedIn or Instagram, like you guys actually show how to not only create it, but what needs to be done when you're creating these videos and content so you can market yourself to these jobs. So I think that's the biggest thing, is just you guys are actually hands-on and cover multiple avenues.
Gotcha. And now I want to speak to one other aspect, because I think it's really cool, which is the automated job search applications and the internal job search consultants that we have. Just speak to, from your experience, you recently turned on one of these agents to auto apply to jobs for you. Like, what was the result within us first turning that on for you? Because you don't want to, like, let's be real, like, applying for jobs is a full-time job in itself.
Yes.
So like I tell people, like, if we can take that responsibility and time and give you that back so you can focus on the skill building, the experience, and actually becoming that person, like preparing for interviews, like, what has that done for you, for example?
It's helped me tremendously. We literally turned it on, and then the next day I got an interview with Binance, which is the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange platform. So it's something that definitely works. And if you have the experience and your resume is put together, using those type of tools will definitely help.
Do you think Cythority is a good investment for people who are in IT looking to get into cybersecurity? What would you say to them?
Yes, I think it is a wonderful and great investment, because you're not only getting hands-on experience on the technical side, but you're also getting access to the career development and what it really takes to market yourself and build your personal brand. And you're getting to be around other like-minded individuals that can actually help you grow. So it simulates a team environment, whereas with some of these other programs, it's just you doing self-paced things. So being able to see other people, being able to ask questions, being able to see industry top-level professionals that are in these top companies, being able to get access to that and exposed to it is something that you don't get normally in these other programs. So I think that's what makes it different.
Awesome, man. I appreciate you being here. Super excited to see, all the things that you're working on. Like, you got your youngest in charge network now, which you've built a playbook to help people kind of fast track, kind of take some of those different tips and tricks that you've learned along the way, being someone who got a job right out of high school and one of the youngest in charge now, working in a security operations center and in cyberspace. So where can people tap in with you and learn more about your story, your journey, and get to follow you along the way?
Yeah, you can follow me on all platforms: LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. On LinkedIn, it's Dominic Alegrete, Dominic, and then my last name is Alegrete. But then my other alias that I call myself on YouTube and Instagram and stuff is Dom the Cyber Genius. So it's DOM, then and then CYBER, and then Genius. And that's where you can find me at.
Awesome, man. Well, I appreciate you, Dom. Thank you so much. You're a rock star in this industry. And yeah, keep crushing it, my brother.
Will do, brother. Thank you so much.
All right.